Good day, Tia Shakti from Bettery Lab. And once again, thank you so much for joining us for our Bettery Labs Doing It Better Together chat. And once again, today, it's going to be an awesome day because with all the extension of circuit breakers and so many things going on, I think we have another business owner who's going to be here to share. As they always say, business is all about, learning is all about unlearning and relearning and, keep stabilizing and transforming and improving in the way that we run our businesses. So we have, as I said the last time around, Doing It Better is actually interviews or live chats with business owners who are trailblazing the way, despite the challenges that we have, especially now, as I said, with the extension of the circuit breaker. Now, these live chats are intended to inspire and encourage business owners to share their experience and so that we can leverage on each other to achieve maximum performance. Right. Our guest today is Miss Atika from MORNIN MOMO. Now, basically, she's actually from a strategic design agency, and she's actually currently trailblazing the way, of course, facing the similar challenges that some of our businesses are facing. So I'll invite her into the chat. Hello, Atika.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? And thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
Hey, no problems. It's our honor, and thank you so much. It means your busy schedule. You are here with us. Yeah. So, how are you feeling? Good.
Okay, kind of sad from the yesterday's news. Was it yesterday?
Okay.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing about circuit breaker that I realized that a lot of us are actually losing count of days.
Yes.
It's like, was it yesterday, day before yesterday, or So I guess that's the normal thing. All right. It's sad, but I think the good thing is that it's whether we like it or not, we need to have the resilience to keep moving forward. To take control and see what's next. And that's a key reason why we are here itself. Now, let me just do a brief introduction, Atika, of yourself before I hand over to you. Now, first of all, Atika is a young entrepreneur who launched a startup, MORNIN MOMO, a strategic design agency. And before finding MORNIN MOMO, she actually worked in creative marketplaces, entrepreneurial startups, and design agencies. A lot of experience, I believe. And with the belief that an immersive and coherent brand experience will enable brands to create value for their consumers, Atika launched MORNIN MOMO to help local businesses create just that. And ever since its launch, MORNIN MOMO has worked with, many different industries from fashion, health, beauty, grooming, and NGOs. So I think that's the brief description from Atika. Now, before I hand over to Atika, I would like to actually just take this brief moment to thank a few groups of people. Now, first of all, we would like to actually thank all the frontline staff, all those out there right now, helping us during this tough situation, the doctors, the nurses, everyone, still ensuring that we get our essentials, even down to the aunties at the NTC cashier, they are really doing everything possible to make sure that we are safe. At the same time, we are well taken care of. Thank you so much. Another thank you is actually this particular guy, Iskandar Putra, for those of you who may or may not know him. Now, he's my founder and partner with Bettery Lab and also a good friend of mine. And he has been a key influencer in terms of this live chat. Though you don't see him online, I'm the front guy. But, he's the one who has been giving a lot of ideas and, making sure certain standards are met. So thanks, Iskandar. And with that, yes, Atika, it's all yours. And as we begin now, why don't you just give a brief description, of about yourself, about your business and the journey behind your current business.
Okay, so basically we call ourselves a strategic design agency because we plan to assist local businesses to gain a competitive advantage by aligning the needs of the companies to the needs of their customers, creating exceptional brand experiences. In other words, we design solutions for intended users. These can be applied to things such as branding, design, and marketing. Basically, we put the needs of the users at the center of everything we create. In a competitive advantage.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. Oh no, that was just all right. So cool. So now I think looking at this, one of the key or feared thing about entrepreneurship is actually the uncertainty, the risk that you got to take. In 2019, what actually really inspired you, or what made you really want to become your own business owner?
Okay. Actually, I have this thinking, and I always admire these big businesses such as Lively and TBWA, this big advertising firm who actually make a coherent brand experience from a concept. And I feel like this kind of big brand experience, what if we can help the local SMEs to create like small but key experience for their consumers? So I have these ideas in my head, and I've always discussed this with my husband, and actually he's the one who pushed me to become a business owner. He basically saw the potential of this idea and just basically like pushed me to take the leap of faith. So I'm a business owner because he trusted my idea. He believed in the idea. Yeah.
Okay. So cool. So for the okay, not the first time. It has been happening quite a few times, though we don't hear it much. But there is your husband is the man behind a woman's success, right? He is there
Yes.
to, you know. So I think it is important. What I've heard from a lot of business owners, including myself, is especially for those who are married with kids with responsibilities. I think our other half, our spouse, the support is definitely important. And I
Yep.
guess that you had that support at the initial start. And I think
Mhm.
that was a key thing. Yeah, cool. So I think so I believe it's also because of the fact that you have control of how creative you want to be and what you want to do for your
Yes.
consumers. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the most common thing that a lot of business people always feel as well. Now, now that we are talking about this, what were your business challenges and how do you overcome them, especially with the current COVID-19 situation? And now that we have extended our circuit breaker, days are, we can't remember the days and everything. So what were the challenges and how do you still overcome them?
Okay, basically, I'm a type of person who's trying to see things as a glass half full. Therefore, even though my biggest challenges is the fact that 50% of my potential clients postpone our meeting, and I guess with this extension, the postpone will like go even further. Then, but I still have this other 50% who needs my services, and now even like they need it way urgently now. And I see this as a potential because I can show other potential clients who actually need my services now how we can help them to stay connected with their customers, which I am seriously very thankful for, because of this strategy that I'm doing right now. I actually recently closed a deal with one client who actually approached me themselves. Which
Okay.
is awesome. Yeah.
All right. So now, is there much difference from our initial circuit breaker and now that we have extended for another 1 month? What is your strategy?
I think I will have to apply the same kind of strategy moving forward, but I have to really make myself even louder. That actually, no, not me, but my clients even louder, even more prominent, because with them being standing out of the crowd, then people will be able to see that this kind of marketing work, and I can use this as my case study for my potential clients that I'm gonna approach in the future during this extended circuit breaker period. Yeah.
Okay, so it's as good as saying that your client's success and how they look will actually clearly reflect the person or the
Yes.
company behind them, which is yourself. Okay,
Yep.
so right now, I believe, as what you said, at this period of time from the start of the COVID-19 situation, what was the kind of support? What was the kind of essential support that you think you required and you would like to have to stabilize and better transform your business? Is there anything that you feel?
The kind of support that I actually have right now is, I think, the government support that I can apply for, because I'm quite a new company. But one thing I'm able to apply for was the rental, where my office is basically rent free because I'm not there anyway. And then the government support that I'm trying to
Okay.
tap on is actually the skill future, where I'm actually my own. I'm a solopreneur, so I feel that at this moment I'm actually able to learn more using the skill future, whatever grant that the government is providing me. I'm gonna tap on every single one of it and get as much knowledge as I can from there. Yeah, and nowadays like big brands are more empathetic, so they are actually giving away like maybe free subscriptions, and those are the kind that I'm tapping on and thankful for, basically. Yeah.
Okay, quite interesting because it's one of your questions. Though I did not talk about this during our pre-interview. I think the importance that you brought up, about learning and consistently, now how important do you think to unlearn and relearn things that we already know, especially in a time where we know that our business have to transform. Now, why I ask you this question is the last time we met up was in a classroom setting.
Yes.
When Bettery Lab, we met up and we talk about value proposition, and that is where we realized that one of the most inspired and motivated a lot of people are business owners. Spending your Saturdays, your Sundays, coming down to learn and relearn and improve your business. And that is the kind of motivation. So, how important do you think unlearning and relearning things at this stage, especially for business owners?
I feel it's actually the most important period to tap on and unlearn and relearn anything and everything that you feel relates to your business, and even you can apply in the future. For example, at the moment, there are a lot of webinars, and there are webinars that is very like, for example, if COVID-19 doesn't exist, it will be seminars, and these seminars will be overseas, and these overseas seminars are not things that you can invest your money or your time on. So this is the important time for you to unlearn and relearn things that like, for example, in your point of view, it can be very different from another person's point of view, and then you can actually realize, oh, these are the steps that you are missing in your, like, probably like your user journey, and you can input it even more. And I feel that being able to unlearn and relearn is something that it actually lower down your ego, and then you are actually able to understand your customer even more. You understand if they are in an angry situation, you understand why they are angry towards you, and you are able to understand basically their point of view even more. Being able to, that's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's excellent because I think most of the business owners that I've spoken to, I think the successful ones especially, who are trailblazing, they always talk about consistently learning. In fact, I think their motto is never stop learning. And it is a common quote that we see, but it may not be a common practice. So that's one thing. Like what you say, it keeps you always saying that, hey, it's not enough. I need to still learn and move on. I think that's an important attribute for any business owner. And yes, with all the webinars going on right now, I think it's a lot of opportunity. As I said, every time there's a challenge, there's always a lot of opportunities out there. And what's more interesting right now, that I think during our sessions way back, where we had our sessions where Bettery Lab was the program manager with Malay Chambers, was that, we had a group of business owners coming together in a room. And that energy was awesome, when you are talking about cross-pollination, different business owners, sharing solutions, ideas, their problems, and they go back with ideas, not because the trainers or the facilitators or the consultants told to them, but it's because they, something just clicked to them and one of the fellow participants. Yeah. So how important do you think this is important for business owners to come together, to share ideas, to share potential solutions? What are your thoughts about this?
I feel this is very important because honestly, not a lot of people in my family or my friends know that I'm a business owner. And therefore, when I enter Protoji Kita, I found a whole new group of friends who understand what I'm going through, who understands, even though they are in a very different type of business from me, they understand why am I feeling a certain way. They are like the friends that I never feel that I can get anywhere else. And they are special because they are my entrepreneurship friends. And there are people who I've never thought like I can be friends with. Like, for example, there are SMU graduates who are in accounting, but they actually are able to advise me on things that I'm not good at, like, for example, financial planning or something like that. And I'm able to advise them on things like branding and marketing and how they can do things differently. And we are actually working together for that as well. Yeah, a lot of all we need. I feel that we need to be able to not be shy to make as much friends in the entrepreneurship journey, and just share your ideas, because I feel that every one of us needs another point of view, especially if you're a solopreneur. And then from there, you are able to understand that collaboration is actually very important in this journey as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks, Atika. I think you hit the nail, collaboration. Now, in fact, even at this point, I would like to actually inform or, request all business owners who are viewing our chat, engage us through our Facebook comment section, ask questions. So, Atika can share some of her ideas or, some solutions that she have already used, even. So I think I would like to encourage anyone who have questions, please just share with us. And Atika, we were talking about, the grants that you've given, the support that you've given previously. So I think we are definitely thankful for where we are. Right now our government is actually, helping us in a lot of ways, business owners. But the thing is that, do you think business owners are aware of what are the available help that is there for them, especially, the small, medium enterprise?
I feel we are aware of the help, but we are not sure if you are eligible for them. Yeah, because there are a lot of rules, and because if they are new or they are alone, they are not sure if they are applicable and where can we find support. Like, can we apply for this? And then when you actually call the hotline, it's like you are never getting through. Yeah, that's I understand. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I feel the government is really trying to help, but then we as business owners, we are at very different stages. So if only the government, it's very hard for them at the moment, but I wish they are more clearer in, okay, you are able to go through and you are not, but maybe if you do a certain thing, we are able to help you, that kind of things, maybe.
Yeah. I think this is where it was cool because being a business owner myself, at Bettery Lab, what we did was that the first thing, as we always talked about, is market research, and is understanding pain points, and realize this is one of the biggest pain points, and that's why I'm sure I've heard that we are also starting up the Bettery Hub business transformative ecosystem where it's for business owners by business owners.
Yes, so I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, so I think in fact it's going to be launching soon, where we're going to collate and have business owners coming together, and to have cross pollination, to learn from each other, at the same time be informed and be clear, of what are the areas or whether it's grants, whether it's initiatives, we can learn from each other. I think these are the pain points I believe a lot of business owners out there would have, and they were always looking for faster information to be fed to them.
Yes.
Right? So and being a business owner, as much as I would like to say yes, the government should be doing this for us, but I think I also look at it, maybe they are leaving business owners like myself to answer that pain point, and so I take it as an opportunity. All right. Yeah. So we'll move on. Okay. So Atika, so now that I've spoke about these things, now what would your advice be for business owners who are like currently engaged in our live chat? What do you think are the key things they have to look out for? Any advice?
I feel that one thing for sure, if you're a B2C kind of business, you have to always stay connected to your consumer. If you're a brick and mortar and you cannot open, it's okay. You have your social media, you have your way of engaging with customers. Instead of selling them items, I feel that you should instead get to know you, who you are, what is your brand is all about. Maybe probably something like that. Create fun contents that make them miss you, that when you are open again, they will run towards you. For example, like McDonald's, they don't actually have to do anything. People's gonna miss their hotcakes anyways. So probably something like that. Make them miss you. Yeah.
Just like what we were talking about prior, right? The supply and demand about bubble tea and McDonald's.
Yes.
I saw burgers being sold for $50 online. It's like I was thinking, who would ever do that? But trust me, people actually bought it for $50. So it's surprising. So I think being visible and I think that is definitely a key thing. And I think right now that everybody is being online, I think it gives everybody an opportunity. Is whether they want to
Yeah.
take on the opportunity to be out there, to get yourself out there, to let people see you,
Yeah.
rather than being passive. All right.
Yes.
Now, for your case, being a strategic, a design agency yourself, you are the expert.
Mhm.
How do you at this point of time deliver your value proposition and continue to delight your customers?
Like I've mentioned before, I will always use my clients as um my value, like how to delight my customers. I show them that I'm delighting these customers at the moment. Yeah, I have to use my clients as a platform because I'm attracting more potential clients who are business owners themselves. And when they see their competitors, they can actually see my strategic design, what I've done for their other clients. Yep.
Okay, so I think basically your clients are your testimony of how well
Yes.
you are doing, and the
Yeah.
moment they do well in terms of their own branding, in the strategic design of how they want to go out there, that means they're
Yes.
successful and you are there behind
Yes.
them. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, and what do you do in this case? Right now, now that you can't meet clients face to face,
Mhm.
does it still go on a base of referrals, or what is the strategy that you use?
I will use, actually, I was thinking of doing a competition, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea at this current moment because of the conditions that we have. So what I'm doing at the moment is actually, yes, still referrals, but I will approach them with this portfolio in my hand, and I have to try to be a friend first before I try to push myself as a like a business owner. So because they are already having a lot of things in their hands, so like, there's too much thing, I'm too busy, so I must make myself seem like, no, I'm helping you, I'm not trying to give you more burden. Yep. Mm.
Okay. All right. So I think, and yes, I think that's definitely the way to go. I think the good thing is that you already have a strategy that you have in place,
Yeah.
and it's about consistently, doing that. And okay, so if let's say any of anyone
Mm-hmm.
comes to you and say, Atika, what is so unique about your services? There are a lot of agencies who might be
Yes.
doing something similar to you. So
Mm-hmm.
what is so unique about your services? And if let's say there are potential customers right now
Uh-huh.
looking at you, and how can they engage you? Maybe let's talk about the unique about your services. What is your USP, unique
Okay,
selling point?
what our unique selling point is basically we put the consumer at the center of everything we create. So basically we ensure that your consumer, whatever we do, we ensure that your consumer is able to advocate, to remember you, you're the top of mind, and with that they are able to communicate and be able to get these like-minded individuals to be able to connect with you also, and basically create like a micro influence that is a strong big community. Yeah,
Mm.
that's our unique selling point, to really make strong connections with the consumer, not just giving a one-way conversation. It's more on a two-way conversation where you and your consumers are friends instead of just like customer and businesses. Yep.
Okay, cool. We have a question for you
Okay.
on Facebook. Well, any ideas, Atika, on how to improve productivity based on the current situation?
I just, okay, basically I feel that going online in a lot of things that you've been doing offline, eh, this is the time to tap on it. Like I've said, big subscription businesses are being more empathetic. Therefore, more discounts, and then things like this. It actually really helps you in terms of productivity, and you can actually tap on algorithms that are, there are a lot of things that now you can try because of this COVID situation. They feel that they are louder now, so this productive, let me try to find one. Mm, Maybe like what I'm using right now, okay, probably like Latagram, something that help to schedule your Instagram post in like 1 month in advance. You can try to use that because it actually helps you to not think about your marketing anymore for your Instagram. And then maybe your invoicing, you can go for like other apps that is suitable and they having like 1 year free subscription right now, and yeah, stuff like that. I feel productivity going online is the current way to go.
Yeah. So I,
Digitization.
I I guess it's about starting to look forward or ahead, instead
Yes.
of just worrying about your current issues. I mean, of course, the first thing for businesses is always about, I got to stabilize for now, to make sure things
Yeah.
are improve. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it is about looking out for good deals and good opportunities to,
Yes.
better be more productive in your future of your businesses
Yes.
with the
It's
current. Okay,
about it's about now and how this now can impact the future, can help you in the
okay.
future. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so I believe that you've been getting a lot of such good deals. You are looking out
Yes.
for such good deals. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because
yeah.
it's already out there. All you have to do is really search right now. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. I got, okay. So one more question for you.
Mhm.
All right. It's that, so far, we have been always talking about the current situation and being tough and challenging. Now, what are the opportunities that you can see um, that business owners should take? I mean, apart from the fact that, yeah, one of it is, all the good deals that you have, where you have good deals coming out. Any other thing that you think business owners should do apart from learning, relearning, to opportunities that they can take to build initiatives to transform their businesses for the future? Anything that you can see or anything that you would like to share?
I feel opportunities.
Anything that you can see? Of course, you have shared a few. Look out for good
Uh-huh.
deals and so on. Yeah. Is there anything that you think that businesses or business owners should right now look into that they can actually take
Benefit
this
in the future.
opportunity? Yeah, this opportunity to um, uh, to make sure that they can prepare themselves for a transformation and growth of their businesses for future at this moment.
Probably right now at the current moment is to focus on your branding and marketing and how you market, because at this current moment you can actually focus on strategizing and really learning on how to financially project your branding and your marketing projections, and from here you can actually learn on how you can tap on these strategies to focus to move forward in the future also. Yeah, so how you tap on this and how you can tap on other things that will be available once COVID is over in the future.
All right, cool. Thanks, Atika. And I think it was a good conversation. I mean, it was a lot of sharing, and
Mhm.
I'm glad that there were quite a few viewers who also engaged us with questions. And thanks for all the sharing, Atika.
Mhm.
I think I wish you all the best. To make use of the next 1 month plus to better prepare and bring your business to the next level. And keep
Yes,
trailblazing and inspiring business owners like us. And
yes.
once again, thank you so much, Atika. And yes, before we go, if let's say there are people who want to look for your services, how can they look for you?
Okay,
A website, your Facebook page.
okay, they can actually contact me at Atika at morninmomo.com, or they can
Okay.
actually just go to my website and there's the contact us and they can contact me directly from there. It's an email, straight away an email link from there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right. So, thank you once again, Atika, and for all the viewers, thank you so much for taking your time to join us. And the next session we're going to have is next week, Monday at
Mm.
2 p.m. So be there. And once again, TR Shakti, yours sincerely, and thank you so much for joining us. See you
Thank
again.
you.
Bye.
Bye.